Hey cheeky dogs! My name's Margie and I'm an Australian currently living in America. Today's video is going to be a Bluey Season 3 breakdown of the episode Omelette. I'm super excited to show you guys all the new details I found in this episode since it was first released back in Australia, maybe 6 months ago now. So I can't wait to show you everything that I found, from the traditional Easter eggs to the Australian references to the in Blueyverse references as well. But if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and that bell for notifications down below so that you know whenever I release any other Bluey content. With that all being said, let's just jump straight into it with our traditional Easter eggs first of our tennis ball and long dogs. So we do see one tennis ball in this, and that is just behind sort of the dining room glass cabinet. When we are looking straight at Bingo, we can see it there on the ground. And we do also see two long dogs in here. The magnet long dog that is always on the fridge, as well as a green long dog when we see Judo and Wendy. It's in the back there, just near the bush. Speaking of the magnets on the fridge, we normally see the BLUE magnets, which spell blue of course, but there's an extra T magnet on here and I'm not really sure what that might be a reference to, so if you have any ideas, let me know in the comment section down below. What we do know though is that the drawings on the fridge is a massive Easter egg to other episodes. So we see the first one, which is the Father's Day episode, which was perfect. Technically the first episode of season 3, but it's of Bluey and her dad being tough. And I love that we saw this picture up there from that episode as well, from Father's Day. We also see another picture underneath it of the house, or the healer house, with a rainbow going over it. And I think this might be a hint towards a future episode called Rain. And that's the same episode where we see the double rainbow over the house. Some other Blueyverse references that maybe you might have missed is the magazine that Bandit is reading is a surfing magazine, and we have seen his pineapple surfboard before in the garage in the episode Bob Bilby. We also see the wooden spoon be pulled out. This is the same wooden spoon that Bingo used in the episode Hotels when she was being a crazy helper. Inside the fridge as well, we see a piece of pavlova. Pavlova is a very Australian and New Zealand dessert. It's very much our traditional cake, but we also see this piece of pavlova used in the future season 3 episode Pavlova. Also, you might have noticed that there's a bit of an animation error with the fridge. When they open it from one direction, there's a chocolate bar there, but when we look at the fridge from inside it, that chocolate bar has now turned into chives. So I don't know what's going on there. Some other little details is the apron that Chili is wearing is the same one that she references in Smoochy Kiss by being frustrated that Bandit never puts it away properly, but also we see Judo using it in the episode Dirt. And then we have a massive shout out to the episode Queens, with Bandit being a queen basically, with having his blanket wrapped around him, and then with Bluey also being like his queen's guard, I guess, or guard dog, running back and forth, making sure he doesn't leave the bed. We then have a bit of a reference to the episode Takeaway, where Bingo asked if you could eat plants, and in this episode you have Bandit wondering as well if he can eat plants because he is so hungry.
Can I eat these plants?
Maybe I could eat this plant.
And then we also have a reference to the episode The Show, where in that episode it was Mother's Day and Bingo was bringing in the brekkie tray. Brekkie, breakfast in Australian. But she was bringing in that brekkie tray and she dropped it. But this time she brings it into Bandit and she doesn't drop it. But I mean, I guess technically later on her and Bluey do actually drop it.
We'll clean it up!
Cheeky dogs, if you've been enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below and leave a comment. It really means a lot to me into helping build my channel, and the YouTube gods also seem to like channels that have lots of likes in them as well.
But I do love the massive reference in this about Bandit just being a dog. They joke from the very start with Bluey telling him to be like down, down, stay, and then Bingo also telling him to stay just like he is an actual dog. And then we see him having like dog-like rabid behavior when he is eating the celery and the omelette, which I absolutely think that this might be a bit of a reference to the Australian current affair Vicious Dog Man.
They came bounding over.
Stand back, Bingo, you won't lose a finger!
I mean, it's basically the same thing, really. I also absolutely love Chili's jokes and puns in this episode. So her first pun is an egg one about her and Bingo getting cracking and starting to do it, and she even thinks it's funny, get cracking eggs. But also some of her other jokes of pretending to be a telemarketer and saying like, the number you have dialed is disconnected, please call back. But also as well, she does make that kind of like proverb, and there's a lot of proverbs in season 3, but this one is the idea of you can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs, although it's quite literal for this episode. Speaking of eggs, in case you are keeping count, 18 eggs got used in this episode, which is a lot of eggs, but thanks to Wendy and thanks to Pat, they were able to finally make an omelette. This is also the first time we've ever seen an adult's birthday in the show. We've seen Mother's Day, we've seen Father's Day, we have seen Bingo's birthday with duck cake and handstand, and also in future episodes here in Pass the Parcel, we see Bluey's birthday, but this is the first time we see one of the adults' birthdays, and it's Bandit's. Overall, I do really like the lesson here of what it means as a parent to either be productive or to focus on bonding, and the idea that sometimes you need to stop being productive and you need to stop thinking that that's what you need to do and focus on actually just bonding with your child and going with them and making memories with them. And I really love that. I feel like Chili definitely has taken a step up in season 3. Overall, we're seeing her bond more with the kids, unlike season 1 and 2 where we see Bandit mostly bonding with the children. But I think it's really important. Like, we see how hurt Bingo is when she's using the salt and pepper shakers to say oh no, you're not any good at this job, so you can't do it. Like, she internalizes it. I think that's really important. Children internalize what you say to them. Like, they understand when you're telling them to go away because you don't want them because they're not helping. They get that, and that hurts their feelings, obviously. And I think this episode is a really good way to remind parents of that, but also a good way of showing what you need to do in that situation. Just put it aside. Sometimes you don't need logic or productivity. You just need to focus on your kid and just having fun with them and making them feel loved and involved. And I love that. Now, minus the love for the lesson, overall, I'd probably give this a 3.75 out of 5 long dogs. Let me know what you would give it out of 5 long dogs in the comment section down below. The Easter eggs were great, and I did love the episode, but it did feel, I don't know, just kind of reminiscent, I guess, of the show with Mother's Day, or also a bit of a mixture with the Father's Day episode. Maybe it was just all a bit too close together. But it still was a really great episode. Again, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and bell button down below. I'll be releasing a whole heap of Bluey Season 3 content, as well as Bluey theories, as well as finally getting all the way through Bluey Season 1 as well, and one day other animated content when I can get to it, because there's just so much Bluey stuff. But until then, I have picked you cheeky dogs out a few other videos that maybe you would like to watch, and I will see you all in another video. Mwah! Bye!
If you don't live in Australia like me, but you want to watch Season 3, I made a whole video about how you can watch Bluey Season 3 worldwide. I go through it step by step as to how to use a NordVPN to watch Bluey online for free. Note this video is not sponsored, and I am an affiliate though with NordVPN. It's what I use so that I can watch Season 3 and make all these videos about it. So I go through how to set up your Nord account, as well as how to set up that it's in Australia, so then your internet thinks that you are in Australia as well. And then we go over to the ABC iView website for Australia, where Bluey Season 3 is aired, how to set up your account on that as well, and then where to go on the website so that you can access Bluey Season 3. And you can also access Season 1 and Season 2, including the episodes Dad Baby, as well as Teasing, which you can't always find on Disney, depending on what country that you live in.